America's Got Talent entered the quarterfinal stage of its season 12 competition on Tuesday night with its first live show in Hollywood. In this round, the judges, Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Howie, Mandel and Mel B, lose control over who stays and who goes, and the viewing audience is given the power of the vote. This week, 12 acts took the stage to perform live, but only 7 will advance to the semifinals and continue on the path to the $1 million prize. Below, read our America's Got Talent 2017 recap of the 12 acts in the order in which they were showcased on Tuesday's live show 1 episode. Who impressed you the most in their first live show performance? Be sure to sound off with your thoughts down in the comments section. Guardino entered the night as Howie's golden buzzer pick from the previous round, hoping to retain that frontrunner status. His rendition of Make It Rain was technically impeccable and earned a standing ovation from the judges panel. Simon lauded his choice of song, but challenged him to take on a riskier song next week that will help him pop. Guardino and Paige, in a tribute to Footloose, the preteen dancers brought a more elaborate production to the stage than they had in the audition rounds, and while they still brought high personality this time, both Simon and Howie agreed that this performance was a step up from what they've done before. In the stairwell, Howie was the only judge to not stand up at the end of the a cappella performance, but nevertheless he thinks they improved upon their last audition. Mel was the most enthusiastic supporter of them, both in terms of their talent and their audience appeal. The singing trump, half singer dancer, half impersonator, the singing trump relies heavily on the unexpected factor. The most buzzworthy aspect of this performance was the MC Hammer portion of the act, but aside from that, as Mel said, the singing and dancing were both unsettled, messy and offbeat. Angelica Hale, coming off of receiving Chris Hardwick's golden buzzer, Angelica's bar was set impossibly high for herself, but she soared with this performance of clarity. The judges were impressed with her range, control and ability to overcome a few stumbles at the beginning to really knock it out of the park by hitting the high notes at the end. Bello knocked though he didn't make it through to lives originally. The judges agreed to bring him back for a second chance. To prove he deserves it, Bello performed the death-defying act of the Wheel of Death, jumping, bouncing and flipping inside and out of a large wheel, spinning like a Ferris wheel on the stage. Just jerk. Once again, this Korean dance crew brought high-level precision and coordination to their performance. For Heidi, the crew didn't have as many wow moments as they did in past performances, but stressed that they'll have to do something no one has ever seen before if they want to win. Puddle's Pity Party, Puddle's doing Lord's Royals, could have been a standout moment, but unfortunately the pace and tone of the performance was a bit of a chore. Simon thought the vocals were off, and the other judges, though a little more positive, didn't do much to make Puddles feel better about his performance. Preacher Lawson Preacher's style of comedy is fast-paced and chatty, but more than that, the judges think that he has the X-factor that could make him a true star. Heidi was the lone judge to not go all in for his act this week, but overall he seems like a judge's favorite to go forward. Jolie Mayer, from her very first audition where Simon had to ask her to change her song choice and literally let down her hair, Jolie has struggled to show her authentic self while on stage, and that's exactly what Mel pointed out in her critique. Simon explained it as being overproduced this week, but urged viewers to recognize her talent and vote her through. Billy and Emily England, in their last audition, the sibling skaters, failed to impress all the judges equally, but this week they raised the stakes of the Daredevil act and truly elevated their act from what we've seen from them already. Darci Lynne brought a new puppet, Oscar, to the stage for her live performance and played up the comedy aspect of her ventriloquism talent before erupting into a soulful rendition of Who's Lovin' You. The judges were on their feet, clapping well before the end of the song, so needless to say the praises were flowing. Overnight viewers vote for their favorite acts, with only 7 of the 12 advancing to the semifinals, announced Wednesday night in the first live results show of the season. Who was your favorite performance of the night? Let us know in the comments. Sign up for Gold Derby's newsletter with experts' latest predictions.